Hi there, what's going on internet? Wherever you are watching this video, I hope you are sitting comfortably. In this week's lesson, as you have seen in the title, I'm gonna try to walk you through phrasal verbs. But first off, I want to take this time out to say a huge thank you to you guys for having subscribed to this channel, cause we just hit 500 subscribers as I was making this video. And evidently, I'm grateful to the Most High for being alive up to this time, even though I've been somewhat out of shape lately. I still think every day is a golden opportunity to do something positive. Like I said earlier, this week's lesson is about phrasal verbs. I have picked these because I think they are useful, so this video will help you improve your vocabulary, and it's mandatory to study phrasal verbs if you want to raise the bar. So we're gonna learn 30 of them, but honestly, they are countless. Some may even have more than one meaning. I'll put a link to a document in the description, so feel free to download it. It's a list of phrasal verbs. Well, without any further ado, let's get started. First of all, you need to know what a phrasal verb is. A phrasal verb consists of a verb and a preposition, not proposition, and it has different meaning than the verb itself. For example, I could tell you to look up, that is to look at your ceiling, or perhaps I saw a bird and I want you to pay attention to it. But on the other hand, to look up to is a phrasal verb meaning to have respect for someone. For instance, I look up to my brother, which means I respect him. Phrasal verbs are divided into two categories, like separable phrasal verbs and inseparable phrasal verbs. For example, you can either say turn on the TV or turn it on. And look after means to take care of. We say look after the baby, but it would be incorrect to say look the baby after. And a preposition is a word that shows the relationship between a noun, pronoun, and other words. Now that you know what a phrasal verb is, let's get started with our 30 phrasal verbs. Number one is to ask for. When you ask for something, it actually means to try to obtain by requesting. For instance, I don't like asking for help. Moving on to number two, to be about to. This means to intend or to be close to doing something. An example is you are about to share this video. Now please do it, otherwise I'll be a liar. Number three is to be over, meaning to be at an end. For example, time is over or time is up. Number four is to blow out. This simply means to extinguish. Extinguish. I love this language. It's music to my ears. For instance, she blew out all the candles on her birthday cake. Number five is to break up. You might not like this one. It's not a lovely one. If you break something up or break up with someone, it actually means to disperse or to end a romance. An example is she broke up with her boyfriend because he was cheating on her. Breakup stories are hella funny. I mean, most of the times we break up with people for stupid reasons. Sometimes we don't even know the reasons. Sometimes we don't even have a reason at all. Like, I broke up with one of my exes because she was possessive, overprotective, and insecure. I mean, I got my own insecurities too. I ain't gonna lie, like each one of you. But I don't let them phase me. I'm not gonna try to make her look bad or put the blame on her because I was the villain. But the reason why we broke up to begin with was because she had become violent. Call me weak, but I've never been the type of dude that will actually put hands on a woman. I don't want to resort to violence of any type. Now, will that make me less of a man? I don't think so. So if you're looking for someone to knock the soul out of you, maybe you should consider dating Mike Tyson or something. But jokes aside, I don't cross that line. I'll never stoop so low. I would prefer walking out if it's not working out. With that said, one day my ex and I were in my car, right in the middle of a conversation. Before you know it, she had noticed that my iPhone was on airplane mode. In fact, my iPhone was always on airplane mode. You would think I was some kind of pilot or something. So she switched it off. Next thing I knew, out of nowhere, this girl shot me a text message. And guess what? A very unusual message, nudes and all that. Fast forward, she heard the sound, snatched the phone, typed in my password. How did she get it? I have no idea. Saw the message. She went crazy, threw it on the ground, stepped on it. I could tell you what happened next, but that's another story. So we never spoke again. Okay, back to our lesson, guys. Number six is to calm down, to chill, to pipe down. This actually means to become calmer. For example, calm down, there's no reason to yell at me. I never let people raise their voice at me. I would stake my neck out for my respect. Number seven is to carry on, which means to continue doing something. For instance, you need to cut costs because if you carry on spending money like this, you'll end up poor. Number eight is to check in. To check in basically means to register at a hotel or airport. After you had made your reservation, you finally turn up at the hotel and the receptionist asks you for your credentials and a porter carries your luggage, you are checking in. Here is an example. I have to check in 2 hours before my flight. Number nine is actually the opposite. It's to check out, meaning to leave a hotel. For example, I checked out of the hotel at 9 p.m. last night. Number 10 is to clean up. This means to make clean. For instance, I always clean my bedroom up. If anything, you haven't cleaned up your room today. This is ridiculous. Pause the video, we'll be waiting for you. You're still there? You're still watching? Anyway, that's none of my business. Let's move on. Number 11 is to come up. If something is coming up, guys, it is about to be happening soon. For example, my birthday is coming up in a couple of weeks. Number 12 is to cut down on, meaning to do something less often. An example is, my doctor said that I had better cut down on sugar. Number 13 is to dish out. This means to give freely or dispense, such as gifts, or advice, or punishment. I believe in karma. You can't just do wrong and get away with it. I'm a firm believer in whatever you dish out will come back to you as blessings or to haunt you. It's up to you to do good or to do bad, but always remember what goes around comes around. Number 14 is to double down. And I actually got an advice for teens. You shouldn't put all your eggs in one basket. Invest in yourself, in your education. Start at least three different businesses, but always double down on the one that actually makes small profits. All you need is one idea that works to be successful. To double down means indeed to strengthen your commitment to a particular strategy or course of action. Number 15 is to figure out, meaning to realize or come to a conclusion. For instance, my computer is defective, I need to figure out how to fix it. Number 16 is to find out. This simply means to discover. For example, I was lying to her, but she found out the truth. Number 17 is to get away with. That is to do something wrong without being caught. Like it or not, there is no justice in our country. Criminals can easily get away with murder. Is to go through, which means to experience something unpleasant. An example, I'll always be thankful to God no matter what I go through. Number 19 is to hang on, meaning to wait. Number 20 is to hang out. This means to spend time relaxing, going out. For instance, I enjoy hanging out with my girlfriend. Number 21 is to link up, meaning to meet with someone. You might remember the Akon song right now. but I can't use it because I will not be eligible for monetization. For example, we need to link up tomorrow to plan the birthday party. Number 22 is to look up. This means to try to find a particular piece of information. I know that I had promised to teach you all English, but you need to have a dictionary in order to look up new words on a daily basis. Number 23 is to soak up, meaning to enjoy feeling or experience in usually a slow or relaxed way. For instance, I really enjoy going to the beach just to hear the sound of the waves while sipping my favorite juice and soaking up the sun. That would be a fun thing to do. Number 24 is to stand back, meaning to stand at a distance from something. Number 25 is to stand up for, meaning to defend something or someone that is attacked. For instance, I will always stand up for my beliefs. I would be ready to die for them. Number 26 is to step up. This means to come forward for a particular purpose. For instance, Mauricio Pochettino stepped up to coach Paris Saint-Germain. Number 27 is to tell apart, meaning to see the difference, to identify people or things that look similar to each other. For example, it's hard to tell twins apart. Number 28 is to try on, which means to see if clothing fits. An example, I tried a t-shirt on yesterday when I went shopping. Number 29 is to walk through, meaning to explain something carefully. For example, I'm walking you through phrasal verbs. Finally, number 30 is to work out, which actually means to solve a problem or to do physical exercises. For instance, I like working out at the gym. Another example is, I hope you work this problem out. Well, that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, don't forget to leave a comment below and also to follow me on my social media. They will be linked down below. See you next.